MVP.
Are we ready to go here? I don't have any lights on the soundboard.
I'm good here. I can hear you great.
Hello. Nothing is dancing over here. Usually the lights go up and down when we talk. I don't see it.
Hello. I can hear you great.
You can hear me?
I can hear you great.
I'm just worried.
Now, can he hear us? Can Aaron hear us?
Normally the lights jump up and down on that.
Well, guess what's going off? The real music's going off.
Hello. Testing.
If anybody's out there watching, you can hear us. Just let us know.
Yeah, because on the soundboard I don't see any dancing lights, which is normally an indication that we're.
There's a dancing star.
Yeah, see, it's dancing out here.
See, this is what I was telling Bob last night, how you cause problems.
I know. All I have to do is show there.
There they are.
Now we got dancing lights.
Dance with me. Thanks, Aaron.
Okay.
You're better than Toby.
All right, we have dancing lights here in the studio.
And we're on early tonight.
And so I'm going to do my best imitation of Walter Winchell. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. Welcome to the We Are Luck webcast of tonight's non-conference baseball game from the friendly confines of the Luck baseball field as the host Luck Frederick boys take on the visiting Amery Warriors. This game tonight is the third in 4 days for Luck Frederick that my partner Dennis Anderson and I have covered. And you want to do a little summary of the week so far?
Yeah, we've been doing real well down at the shop.
No, baseball.
Oh, okay. This game tonight is the third. Well, you already did that.
Yeah.
Luck and Frederick hosted Webster on Tuesday, one of the best teams in the whole state of Wisconsin, and that's including Division I also. It was a one-hit shutout, 14-0. And on Thursday, Luck and Frederick team played the Shell Lake team, and it was a good game to watch if you were here to watch it. If you're cheering for Luck, maybe it wasn't so good. It was 9-8 going into the seventh inning. Luck was leading, and Shell Lake got two in the top of the seventh. Luck did not score, so Shell Lake won a great game, 10-9. It was one of the farthest home runs that I have ever seen in high school baseball, and Coach Humple told me it's not the farthest one he's ever seen here.
Really?
Yep.
Who hit one further?
Well, he said the year they had like Harry Dickinson and those guys,
yeah.
He said they had 37 home runs that year as a team.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
So the battle for the brothers tonight. It's bragging rights for Ryan Humple and his brother, who the head coach of the Luck Frederick team, and his brother Matt Humple, who I taught with for many years at Unity, has moved on to Amery for the second year. He is the assistant coach for the Amery Warriors. So it's one of these things where Pam Humple's going to wear a half Amery, half Luck Frederick shirt, like you see in the crowds with Curry brothers,
yes.
Seth and Steph.
That's cute stuff.
So Jeremiah Fisk is the head coach. Amery has a 4-10 overall record, and Amery plays in the Middle Border Conference, and which is a very tough team when you throw in Richmond and Prescott and Ellsworth. So in the conference, they're just 2-10. Oh, I said that without even reading it to you.
Know,
How good was that? New Richmond is undefeated. St. Croix Central, we saw here is, on Saturday, is 7-5 in the Middle Border. So it's kind of like this conference. There's a really good team, and everybody else is the middle of the pack.
Scratching.
The Prescott team is coached by the Frederick alumni, Jeff Ryan, baby brother of John Ryan, local sports writer and icon for the whole area. I think it's the whole state. And John is a good friend of Marty and I, and does a nice job with the leader in John Ryan's column, and I think he's related to the Swami somehow. And
he has close connections to insight. Close
maybe
insight.
There's two sets of twins in that family.
Close connection there,
And obviously the Middle Border has some larger schools, and that's why Unity and St. Croix have been eliminated from that conference back in 2002. But both teams played yesterday, losing to Tom Savi's St. Croix Central team 10-0, and that's about the score that they beat Luck on the Saturday. So why don't you take it from here, Marty?
Well, I'm talking to Matt before the game. There's a whole bunch of games on the Amery schedule that have to be made up. They've got 2 games with Somerset in the conference that they haven't played. So they've been trying to jam these games in, and I'm not sure what the future holds in terms of all those games, but if they play the games that are on the website, they'll have played 6 games in 8 days. They open tournament play at Rice Lake on Thursday. So we have on the mound for Luck tonight, we have Gage Johansson, and Brett Forrest, shortstop, steps in for the Amery Warriors. First pitch of the game is high, ball 1. Right down the middle, called strike 1. In trying to get some statistics off the website, there was none available, so we are unable to provide batting averages and all that kind of good stuff. So we're just going to call a good old country baseball game here, and statistics be darned, and we're ready to go. And we want to welcome Red Maple Eatery out by the hotel here in Luck. It's a new sponsor, and I believe it is a Luck alum.
Is that the former Oakwood Inn?
That's correct.
Okay,
that's
good.
correct. And Bill Anderson is the head guy out there. So once upon a time, Bill sat in my classroom. And Bill, we welcome you and your wife.
In the corner?
Huh?
In the corner, did he say?
No. He sat front and center and knew all the answers to just about everything. Ball 2, strike 2, nobody out. So.
Now, don't take that too much. He says about me too, Bill. Marty, on a real serious note, I'd like to just pass out my condolences to the Grantsburg area and Bob Raumbach. They lost a parent last night, Mrs. Quimby, who her children play sports at Grantsburg. It's just a devastating loss for the family and the community, and I know Bob was very close to the family, so my hearts go out for the whole area of Grantsburg right now.
Yeah, that's a tough loss, especially this time of year. We got graduations, and it's a tough time for everyone.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think her daughter's a senior too. So
thoughts and prayers to the folks up at Grantsburg. That's Ader to Reynolds for out number 1, 4-3.
This kid is starting to impress me, Marty. Is Ader.
For a freshman kid, he's doing okay. You know,
he's had how many opportunities now since he's been put over there, and he has not made a mistake. And we got Gage Johansson chucking the baseball tonight. Again, Wyatt Jensen is out until at least the first tournament game.
Called strike 1, Max Smith. Second baseman, number 9, steps in there.
There was a day that I knew every Amery kid, and I looked through the lineup and I didn't know one, Marty.
Well, time passes.
Well, it's unbelievable when you leave school.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a hard
that's
ball.
out of here.
That's a gapper. That could be,
that's
and
out.
It is. That ball cleared the fence by about 5 feet out in left center field. So Max Smith.
And believe me, it went about 20 yards over the fence. That was a rocket.
Max Smith drives a fastball to left center field, and that was a no-doubter.
Oh, yeah. I called it when it got to about Van Meter at shortstop. He was still rising.
Alex Stern, first baseman, steps in.
And you see a hitter like that, you wonder why they're 2-10.
But look at their conference they're in.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's a good baseball conference, and I didn't realize that New Richmond's undefeated for crying out loud.
Yeah.
At least in the conference down there. They must have a really nice program.
Now this is going to be hard for me to believe, but they've got a guy that they say is a lot better than Levi.
As a catcher?
I don't know what position, but they say this kid is unbelievable. Bo is his name.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I said, well, now have you seen Levi play? I said, I know you probably saw Bo play, but he's, oh yeah.
Well,
Matter of fact, I think it was the St. Croix Central. Matter of fact, I think it was Coach Savi.
Really?
Yep.
Tom said that.
I think it was Brad.
Oh, Brad said it.
Brad told me that. He said, that kid is unreal.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Alex Stern at the plate, first baseman.
So far, Amery's up there swinging the bat. I like that. Oh, good pitch. He should have started running to first like he went. He'd have made it. Well, maybe not with Levi's arm.
No, he didn't have made it. Levi might have run him down from behind and tagged him.
He's a competitor, boy. Again, wide out with the bad shoulder. Saving his sandwich. Fell on his shoulder, tripping over a rope at Subway. There's a
line shot, extra bases. Is that going to get down into the no man's land there?
That's going to be a triple, Marty. No, they're holding him up.
Wow.
I think he'd have been in there standing myself, but...
Good hustle over there.
By Hutton.
Hutton, the right fielder, threw a strike to Ader on the cutoff play, and they held the runner at second base. So
well, the leadoff batter didn't make real hard contact, fouled a couple off and stuff, but boy, oh boy, these last 2 batters have just velocity.
Brady Martin steps in, center fielder, number 13 for the Warriors.
Now I wonder, Amery thinking that they'll be able to steal, or if Coach Humpel's brother says, you know what, we can't steal off this kid. It'll be interesting to see if they try.
Discretion is the better part of valor when it comes to trying to steal it.
Well,
Hustle, find it.
Going to be out of play. Well, it was in play, but nobody could have got to that. No matter how hard they tried for that one.
Foul ball down the first base line. Riley Reynolds tried to make the play on it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
No Michael Wright tonight, but we got Zach Walters. This kid is going to be a stud when he grows up. Right? Yeah, good boy. I don't like when people say, oh, I don't know. He said, yep. Meeting at the mound.
Modesty's overrated.
He's got, when you say it with a smile, that's almost a little bit of, hey, chip on my shoulder, buddy. Good for you. We'll have to make sure when he's out there playing that
That's right.
we groom this young man.
That's right. We'll take a lot of credit for any success he has. Strike 2.
I would say if Gage is down there, he lets her go. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of confidence in Gage at the shortstop position. And this is Dawson Van Meter's only his 2nd game ever at short. But he was there.
There's Ader. Ader scoops, delivers the strike. 4-3 for out number 2. Way to go, Ader.
Boy, that's he doesn't bat though, right?
Catcher stepping in.
But maybe today he'll bat, so.
It's either Pokey or Poke. We'll call him Poke Brown, number 16 catcher. Down the middle, strike 1. Good pitch.
How is that for a name in baseball? Poke.
That's good.
Give it a good poke.
Yeah. Poke one out of here.
Yep. They must have been thinking ahead when they named him.
Oh, way ahead in the count.
And that's 2 of them right down the middle. I guess if I had to do it all over again, I'd probably name my kids Grand Slam and Dunk. And
yeah. I think Kelly might have other ideas. Moms definitely have ideas about what children are going to be called.
Did you have a say in naming your kids?
Did I have a say?
She made you feel like you did?
I don't think so.
I think
it was a mutually arrived at decision, and so.
I think that's what we did. We had a boy and a girl's name picked out. If it was like our last one, if it was a boy, it was going to be Jake or Jacob, and then Ashley if it was a girl, and it became Ashley.
Let's see, our oldest one, we deliberated. It was going to be Aaron Jacob for a boy or Aaron Jessica for a girl. So
either way, it was going to be EG.
Either way, it was going to be AJ.
Oh, you spell with an A?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Aaron with an A.
No,
ARYN.
Okay.
So count to pokey or
Poke.
count to poke. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball. Oh, dropped.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought he had him.
Boy, he made it a lot closer
I thought
than
he
I
had
thought.
him. You got to call that an error.
Yeah, he dropped it. You know, if he doesn't drop it, he gets him.
Another run in for the Warriors.
Boy, that position there at third base has been tough for Luck.
Tough on the defensive board. Number 17, Cale Hopke, right fielder. Runner on first, 2 outs, 2 runs in. Top of inning number 1. Amery up 2-0. Oh boy, that could have been the 3rd out. So there's there's an extra out and a run that doesn't have to be on the board.
And it's always the first inning.
It seems like.
Ooh.
Little high. Hopke ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes.
We should get home for the Bucks-Brewers games tonight, huh?
Yeah. Well, the Brewers they're going to be on awful early because they're playing.
Atlanta.
They're playing down south, so they're going to be
extra hour. Yeah.
They're going to be on at 6.
Boy, it's a nice night where you can just lay in bed and watch the flip back and forth.
Breaking ball. Nice called strike 1. And I think the Badger softball girls are on ESPN tonight in the NCAAs. They're playing Notre Dame.
Are they pretty good?
They're not bad, but they got shipped off to the Norman, Oklahoma regional, and that Oklahoma's the number one team in the nation. They're the number 1 seed.
So does Jago watch those guys at all? The softball girls?
He covered them when he wrote for the Daily Cardinal.
Oh, okay.
When he was on the sports staff, he did volleyball. Popped up. It's deep. Going back. He's got room.
He snow coned it.
Look what I found in my baseball glove. Great job out there.
He doesn't catch that last year, Marty.
You're right. Derek Hendrickson with another nice catch out there in left field.
Without a doubt, the most improved.
No, when Jay was in school at Madison, he covered volleyball in the fall, and then he covered women's basketball. And actually, at least one year he was on the scout team. He practiced against.
No kidding.
Yeah. He practiced against them. Great story. He tells that the first time he went to practice, that was when Jolene Anderson was there. They're the same age.
Now basketball?
Yes.
Okay.
And so he shows up at practice, and I'm trying to remember the coach at the time.
It was a female, wasn't it?
Oh yes.
Yep.
The one that came from Drake. But anyway, and I think she may have been at Eau Claire before that. But anyway, she.
Lisa.
Anyway.
Lisa Stone.
That's who it was. So anyway, they're running, some 5-on-5 stuff or some team stuff, and Jolene makes a steal, and Jay follows her down the floor and tries to block her shot on the layup, and Coach Stone blows the whistle and says, "You will not. You will not take her out of the play on that type of practice action. We can't afford to lose Jolene to some contact here in practice." So, okay, Coach, I got the picture.
How about the South Shore girl from Iowa?
Gustafson, what a great year, huh?
We played against her dad at the Spooner Sectional.
Really?
Yeah, Glendon.
Was he from South Shore?
South Shore, yep.
South Shore? Boy, I didn't realize he was a native up there. How cool is that?
Oh.
No, I mean, what a tremendous basketball factory up there with 55 or whatever they've got in the high school.
And that's including boys, so I mean.
That's everybody.
I can say, so you might have 25 in the whole high school. I'm a little surprised she didn't take Wisconsin, but you never know what goes on behind the scenes and what the offers were.
Well, it'll be interesting. to see with the coach here. He's going to be in his third year now. If he can start recruiting and getting the top-notch Wisconsin kids, that's something that Wisconsin has not been able to do.
Right.
Let's go talk some baseball here. Johansson, lines one.
That's a base
That's
hit.
in the gap.
Oh, he's going to get two.
That's going to be extras.
Well, he was not hustling there. He thought it was a single, and Coach Jensen had to tell him to get going.
Gage Johansson takes that first pitch and doubles.
Boy, some of the balls tonight have been hit hard.
The left center field. Derek Hendrickson, who made that last out up against the fence in left field, steps in wearing number 8.
The other night he robbed a home run from Jack Washburn. Jack Washburn created memories almost for luck kids. Levi could have thrown him out.
There you
He
go.
did. He dropped the ball, and then Hendrickson, Jack Washburn was robbed of a home run by Derek.
Memorable night. Even though the Luck Frederick boys went down 14-0 in 5.
Well, you just have to enjoy that team because you're not going to see one like that for another 20, 25 years.
Yeah, that's without a doubt. They are swing and a miss.
When he moves his back foot, that's when he's not a good batter. And that back foot ended up in front of home plate. That one's got to stay planted.
You want to do some hitting instruction between innings, run down and...
Oh, he can do it. We've seen him.
There, that time his
He
foot
stayed there until after the tick.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out.
It's dropping fast, Marty.
Temperature dropping.
Yes.
I did bring a jacket. My wife said, it's going to get cooler. Yep. You better take a jacket with you. Okay, dear. Yes, dear.
Yeah, we had to cover everything before we left because Kelly can't get rained on tonight.
Yeah, they're talking about lots of rain in the next couple of days. So
all weekend. If it was sunny, I might be able to retire on Monday. The way that shop has been throwing out furniture.
We have a meeting of the minds in the mound here.
And you got 2 Amery guys out there. All right, Derek, let's see if we can get a hold of one here. His right center field is wide open for him.
Breaking ball outside. Nice take on
I
that.
was just going to say that was a hard one to lay off of because it wasn't moving very fast at all. And it's also getting pretty dark out here. There's a
There's
rip.
a line shot. We're going to send him.
Nope.
Stop sign is up. Stop sign is up.
Oh,
Oh,
well, either way. There goes Derek. Let's see if they... Well, that's going to have
Heads
to
up.
be a throwing here to allow that guy to go.
yep.
So it's a nice hard single by Derek.
And that was a heads-up move on his part. When he saw the ball get through,
Yes.
he broke to second. He wasn't hung up there at first base. So now we got runners at second and third, and we've got a 500-plus batter in the batter's box for Luck. Levi Jensen batting about 570 last time I looked.
Looked like Derek's been watching Levi engage on the bases there.
A little aggression.
I like
Good.
that. He is just, he improves every game, Marty.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
There's only one thing better than calling Derek's game out here, and that's teasing his dad.
And today, if he shows up wearing a red shirt, he's
Yep.
got it covered.
Nope. He made sure he showed me his red Luck Cardinal shirt yesterday. Holy buckets. He knew, he had heard all about us talking about his Webster shirt. And it wasn't a white, it was just orange, but it was a bright one. I had a very good conversation with Jared after the game for about 5 minutes.
What a class guy, huh?
Oh.
Inside. Ball.
Jack gets so much
Ball three.
attention, which is right. He's a good player. But I told him, I said, Jared, I think your young son Owen is going to play at the next level. And he goes, oh, I agree. And I said, no, I mean the MLB level. And he goes, I agree.
How about that, huh?
So they just walked Levi now. Was that intentional, or did they throw full?
It was, they pitched around him. They didn't want to throw him anything that was hittable. I don't know if they watched the Pine Tree home run from last night, but now we've got Riley Reynolds. Riley's done a good job. He's second on the team in ribbies, and he's got
one grand slam.
He's got the sacks full here, nobody out.
He's got 2 chances, one for a grand slam and one for an infield fly roll.
There it is. That's going to get one. Going station to station here.
You know, nice job by Coach Humpel holding Gage at third, knowing who's coming up. So the bases remain loaded on a nice hit by Riley. And now, of all the guys I want to get a hit tonight, it's Dominic Caroon.
He had a rough night last night.
But you know what? He was okay after the game.
There he goes.
Now let's see. This is going to be trouble. This is going to be trouble.
Center fielder comes in, hung up there just long enough for the center fielder to get under it for out number 1.
Yeah, it was high enough and just deep enough, so it couldn't be called a infield fly rule.
Brings up Dawson Van Meter, again playing short tonight.
Well, I'm okay with Dom. He hit the ball.
That's right. And he's got to feel better about that.
Yes. Well, you know, his sport is football.
And he's a good wrestler too.
Yeah, yep, he is. But
Football is.
Number 54 covers a lot of the field. It was fun to watch him. You know, I'm looking more forward to seeing his haircut than I am the first game for luck.
There you go. The football boys are planning a hairstyle, let's say, for the upcoming season. All 1 strike, 1 out. Van Meter swings and misses. 1 and 2 behind in the count. Bases loaded. Home half of inning number 1.
He's hit the ball a little better the last couple nights up at Hayward Friday night. He's got a pretty good eye up there, too.
He's tempted by those high ones. He likes that shoulder. If he can stay away from those. There he goes. That's in there.
It's gonna. Oh, you got a tag. Oh, you didn't have him tagging.
Oh.
Get in.
Get down. Get down.
It's in there. It's bounced it to the back. What is going on with that luck team there? Coach, you're right next to him. Push him.
That was not exactly...
They kind of ran people off the base, but Derek should have tagged on that. I don't know why he didn't.
He broke. He broke down the line on contact rather than heading back to the base.
That's where we should have been hearing Coach Jumpel screaming. That's get back.
Tag up, and obviously Levi thought he had tagged up and was going, so, but it all worked out.
Yes, it did. We're going to have to go with an E on the shortstop on the throw home.
So, 2-2.
Ooh, Merlin.
Third baseman tonight, Merlin Hibbs. Merlin has done some pitching. He plays center field, and tonight he's at third, so...
It's too bad that he's a senior because you can see him improving every game.
Yeah. In the dirt.
But, you know, that's you know, a sign of a good program, good team, that kids are improving. There's no doubt about that.
As a coach, that's what you want.
Yeah.
You want kids getting better every day, every game. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Ooh, good cut, though.
Yeah, he was on it.
Merlin's another one. He goes up there to get his swings in. He does not go up there looking for a free pass unless they're out of the zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2. The score here in luck.
Fouled that one back.
We're batting here in the home half of inning number 1. Luck Frederick has had Lots of base runners. They still have 2 on.
Good eye. Levi. I don't know why he doesn't give Coach Humpel gray hairs. He gives me the few that I have. He's giving me a couple.
He likes to push the envelope.
Oh, Merlin struck out on swinging.
It was a high ball, high pitch, and so Luck Frederick sends 7 batters to the plate. Strand 2, but they scored 2. So after 1 complete, we have a 2-2 game here in Luck.
Not quite a mirror, huh?
Yeah.
Luck Frederick sent 1 more batter up. But they'll take that 2 runs.
You bet. Amery comes up, 7, 8, 9 in the order. Hiltner, Silman, and Krasinski.
I think it's Hiltner.
Hiltner?
Yeah, H-I-L-T.
Okay.
Hiltner.
H-I-L-T.
Yep.
My bad.
I'm only guessing.
We need to get these coaches, to work on their penmanship.
Oh, the coach filled it out? I thought a chicken did.
It's not easy. Of course, I should talk.
Yeah, didn't they used to call you Dr. Messer?
I figured if I had terrible penmanship, that's all I needed to get into medical school. And so I worked hard at having rotten penmanship. And Sister Mary Ellen in 8th grade gave me a D in penmanship. The only D I ever got.
What grade was that?
8th grade.
Oh, wow.
Sister Mary Ellen.
I thought you were going to say kindergarten when most people learned how to write.
No, it was 8th grade. Sister Mary Ellen and I, we did not necessarily see I had a number of issues.
I can't picture you being naughty, though, Marty.
I wasn't naughty, but...
Mischievous?
No, I wasn't mischievous. I was a good student, but, I wasn't exactly buying the party line a lot of times. I was skeptical. And here we come. Number 1, that's Hiltner. Laurie Hiltner, left fielder.
If you can believe this, I was the class clown.
Unbelievable. I'm shocked.
Ooh, that looked good. Kind of mad at that number 1 right now. You can grow a better beard than I can.
Isn't that something? Speaking of growing a better beard, I'll never forget it was the winter of '79, because that's the only girls' tournament I missed. It was the St. Croix boys playing Hurley and Spooner. Mm-hmm. And those Hurley kids, good line drive.
Pitch. Derek Hendrickson.
Lines out. But anyway, the Hurley boys come out on the floor, and they looked like they were about 28 years old. I mean, they had hair, those Italian kids up there, and the St. Croix boys, they look like a bunch of junior high kids out there, at least in terms of the developmental
the clean shaven.
Yep. We've got Silman in there, Jeremiah Silman. He's the pitcher. Top of inning number 2, in the dirt.
The old changeup.
1-1 is the count to Silman. 1 out. Top of inning number 2, all tied up, 2-2.
I had a parent from Amery come up and ask me what the heck you and I were doing up here. And I told him that we were doing the We Are Luck on Facebook, and he was going to send out a Twitter.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of people that ask us what the heck you're doing up here.
Even when they know we're on We Are Luck.
What are those guys doing?
Yeah. I think our boss even says that once in a while.
Why can't they talk about baseball? They got all these other conversations going. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. In the dirt. Count goes full. Gage wants to get this over the plate. These are important outs here, and when you're facing the number 8 hitter in the lineup, you want to make him hit his way on. You don't want to give him a pass.
Yep.
Too high.
But a freebie.
Ball for
Jeremiah Silman.
Mike Kuczynski, number 15, third baseman. Steps in.
Now, do you think they named him Mike because they thought he might get confused with Mike Krzyzewski?
I don't think so.
Because that last name...
Krasinski. That's a nice Polish name. Out of the stretch, pickoff attempt.
See, you got one out. You got the number 9 batter. Take him.
Let's get 2. I'd like to see a double play.
Oh, you sound like Ernie Banks.
Well, Ernie Banks says, let's play 2. That was
See, now Levi's doing exactly the right thing, telling Merlin to get on the grass. It's his first game here.
Yeah.
He's looking for advice.
And there's your field general. That's what that's what that catcher's all about. He's got the whole game in front of him, and he's kind of the linchpin. He's the coach on the field.
Well, I'll tell you, this kid over here, this Zach Walters, he's a quick learner. I go to tell him to strike, and it's already on the board. And
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Oh, that must have been outside.
It was someplace
Boy, it looked good.
that didn't click for a strike. 2 balls, 1
Think your
strike.
mom's watching the game tonight?
Probably.
Oh, good. Mommy's doing a good job.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. High. Got to get that ball closer to the zone. If they're going to go fishing on it, you got to be close to the zone if you want to.
Yep. Yeah, you can't just throw it away. Try to get an edge.
There it is. Up the middle. Oh, Dawson Van Meter
Right under his glove.
did not get the glove on the dirt, and as a result,
I'm going to have to give him an error on that, Marty. That's a playable ball.
I think so. So that puts runners on first and second, and leadoff hitter Brett Forrest steps in. Brett rounded to second his first time up.
There's a play that if you could have just got one, just got him at second.
And I think that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was looking to get that double play, and as a result, nothing happened. Oh, great stop. Great stop. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I'll tell you who didn't believe it was the runner at second. He saw him that he thought that was going to go to the backstop. He fell at shortstop trying to get back to second. Like, what? It's still in front of him?
That ball bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. Ball high. Gage is struggling a little bit with control.
Yeah.
Little struggle.
He had a good first inning for control-wise. But it only takes 1 pitch to get it back.
There's a called strike 1. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Top of inning number 2. 2-2. Luck Frederick versus Amery at Luck.
Boy, small strike zone tonight. Three and 1.
There's a strike. 3 and 2. You going to send those runners? What do you think?
No.
No?
No, any other catcher maybe. But you don't want to strike them out, throw them out.
Base hit. Left field. Off of Hendrickson's glove. Throw to the plate. Too late.
Gonna have to give him an error because of the bobble. So it'll be a base hit with an error. He had the stop sign up, and when he bobbled it, he changed it and had him run home. Well, here's the home run hitter, Max Smith. And it wasn't a cheapie.
No, that thing got out in a hurry. Uh-oh. Not so good. Not so good.
This is what I don't understand.
Attempted pickoff that went awry. Now we've got runners at second and third. And 1 out. Smith rocketed one out of here to left center field his first time up. A no-doubter.
That takes away the force out at second. It's just not a good play.
Out of the stretch, Johansson delivers.
He's got another one, Marty.
That's out of here. Yes, it is. I swear that thing was within 4 feet. of the last one. Where it wound up.
The other, well, yeah, like 4 feet difference, I would say.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just a line shot, left center field.
Now, I wonder if he's been doing that all year.
I don't know. Usually your number 2 hitter is not the most powerful hitter in the lineup, but boy, he's really jacked 2 here tonight. So
no cheapies.
4 runs in this inning, 6-2 lead as the Warriors jump in and
he had it and then dropped it.
Dominic Caroon tried to make a play on that ball, hit to center field. What are you going to do on that?
Oh, that's an error.
Okay. He ate.
I thought he made a spectacular grab.
Yep, and then it fell out last minute. That was Alex Stern, by the way, who had doubled and scored in the first inning. He now is down there at first, and we got Grady Martin, center fielder, who grounded out first time up to second. First pitch is called. The ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. 4 runs in.
Hader made the play at second, but his toe was in the dirt, but you can't assume a double play, so it's a fielder's choice.
Two outs. Poke Brown reached on an error his first time up.
Good job by Gage taking his time.
Yes, he did.
Because the ball came back to him so fast. Both Amery and Ader were not on the base. He waited till they got there, and if Reynolds comes up with a scoop, which was tough, that's a double play.
Yeah, Brayton had a little difficulty getting that ball to first on the fly, so if he gets that ball there, or if Riley scoops.
Yeah, which would have been a tough play.
It's a double play.
Gage falling behind to almost all the batters this inning.
We've got the Ospreys doing their thing out here in the center field.
Yeah, they're not happy.
Flight zone.
There's a gapper.
Base hit.
This one's going to score.
Yeah, that'll score a run. Now we can't find a ball.
No, he dropped it.
Picked it up, dropped it, picked it up.
They must have had a butter sandwich or something, because they've picked it up and dropped it twice, but that's no error because it was a double no matter what. And Merton scores.
5 runs in. And the 9th batter, Cale Hopke, steps in, who flew out to the left field fence. Derek Hendrickson made a nice play back up against the wall out there.
He's got to make an out, Marty, or we've got to start a new column.
I know, this is the 9th batter.
Oh, yeah, he went.
Strike 1.
I think it's the same 2 umps we had Tuesday night. And that's Barry Zappa from Cumberland out in the field. No. They got to keep deking them back and forth a little bit. He had a pretty big lead. That's why Gage stepped out. Smart play.
Got him. Oh.
Well, he won't. Now he's, so there won't be an error.
Boy, he had him.
That one was off Ader's glove that time. You could see some frustration in Gage's face after that, but
it's hard not to be frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure he thinks I could have made a better throw, and it could have been caught, and woulda, coulda, and shoulda.
Yeah, your 3 best players.
Yep. Seven to 2.
Nice job by Van Meter to keep it. That was obviously a set play because everybody was on the same page.
Breaking ball, taken for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second.
Jeez, that's a big machine. That should be caught. Oh, Dominic came running in.
Trouble. Scores a run.
It's going to be a double.
And now we got to kick over, Dennis. There goes our...
That was a well-hit baseball. Dominic came flying in at first.
And again, in his defense, he's been playing third base most of the year.
Yeah, you don't know if he's ever played outfield.
Yeah.
That one's gone.
That one rang. Ka-ding.
Oh, no, that was off the fence. He
off the wall.
thought he was jogging.
Yeah.
He thought it was gone, too. Boy, I thought it was gone, Marty.
Hittner doubles off the wall, off the fence in left field, drives in a run, and the beat goes on. These Amery kids are just pasting that cowhide today. Is it cowhide? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, fake cowhide. 9-2. And they're stinging the ball. I haven't seen Gage get hit this hard.
No, nothing has been cheap. There's one. Oh.
Right through the wickets of Daw.
Play at the plate. They got him. Nope, they don't. Hittner never stopped running. From second base, rounded third.
10-2.
And that's an E6.
Got to keep that in front of you.
Silman on first. Krasinski comes in to bat, and this is, what do we got? We got 10 batters?
Yep, 10 batters, 10 runs.
11 batters.
This will be the 11. This will be the 12th. Yep.
Having a hard time getting that third out. Called strike one.
Well, at least he got ahead of this batter now.
Krasinski reached on an error and scored in the last inning. Well, actually, it was this inning.
Yeah. You're right. It was this inning.
My bad.
Yeah, he's already scored once this inning.
Can't get a call.
I thought Levi was going to the dugout. Looked like exact same spot the other two pitches were in, but...
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
A foul ball.
Matt Humple with an error down there in the coaching box.
Yeah. Well, now he's got to chase it all the way down to the right field line because he made the attempt for it.
Yeah.
If he'd have known that, he'd let her go.
In the dirt. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 runner on.
What kind of seed did Jay get for softball?
They finished third in their division. The Woodland Conference that they're part of is split in 2 divisions. And they finished third in their division, but I'm trying to remember what seed they got. It's not the greatest. Another base hit, and that one is going to find the gap out there. I think this is going to score another run.
Well, no. The relay was a little bit too slow, and now he's just Hail Mary'd this mother.
Van Meter throws that to the screen, and Krasinski winds up on third base as the hits keep coming for the Amery Warriors here in inning number 2.
Well, he got a double, and then probably an E6 on the throw home.
Leadoff hitter, Brett Forrest, for the second time this inning, is in there. He singled and scored last time up.
There's a shot, but let's see if Derek can get this.
Yay!
Yeah, he snagged her.
F7 to end the inning. But boy, what a display of offense by those Warriors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-run inning.
Yep.
Wow.
It was tied 2-2 when we started this inning. We're only through an inning and a half.
Well, we got to make them up. That's all we can do. And we're sending 8-9-1 to the plate here in inning number 2 for Loch Frederick.
Remember, this was can you imagine they scored 9 runs, right?
Yeah.
Now double that, and that was the 18-0 first inning when we played Amery my senior year that I told you about.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doubling this? They must have used 2 columns in your scorebook.
That's crazy.
And we really weren't that bad either.
You know, both of these Humble boys played for a Hall of Fame coach.
Yes, they did.
Down there in Amery, and Mr. Mark Gobler. And Mark came up here and was our principal, our athletic director, and he might be listening tonight. It wouldn't surprise me.
No, not at all. And the sad part is, Amery let him go. I mean, not fired, but I mean, they allowed him. You know, they should have hired him as the principal. And in my opinion, if they should hire Dean Sanders as a soup, Mark Gobler as the principal, and they've been set for years.
Well,
but they went a different direction, which is fine.
Their loss was our gain, I'll tell you. We were happy to have Mark up here and did a great job, both as principal and as athletic director. Great guy to work for and a great guy to work with.
Yeah. Did you ever see him get mad?
I don't know if I did. Really mad.
No,
Ader.
There's a hit.
All right. Braden Ader, second baseman, freshman kid, comes up.
Him and Johnny Ball were my 2 big mentors for athletic director.
Okay.
I mean, those guys really took care of me, looked out for me, checked on me.
Not that you needed it or anything.
Oh, I needed it when I started. It was kind of in a mess when I took over. Tom Matosic knew he was leaving and kind of let things slip a little bit. So the only bad part is my first year I could always use that as an excuse. But my second year when I made a mistake, I had nobody to blame.
Jared Hutton, right fielder, number 11. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, Dennis, between innings here, I'm going to get my jacket on. It's cooling off up here.
You want to shut this for now?
Yeah, why don't we shut that?
No, I kind of feel, to be honest, I got chilled in about the 6th inning on last night.
The other night. Yeah, that was last night. It cooled off. Popped down that first base line. Is it going to find the field?
Oh, just about a 1.5 foot foul. The only bad thing is they probably would have thrown Ader out at...
Yeah, he was kind of hugging the base there.
Yeah.
There was nobody at first.
No, somebody's got to tell him he doesn't make the call. He didn't have to see... He gets out because there's nobody even by first base, so he should have been a ball where he takes his lead. But, again, young. Good eye. Some of these younger kids, even Jared Hutton.
2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody out.
Puts together a pretty good...
Braden Ader on first. That's in there. That's in there.
It is.
Hustle, 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 hustle. Beat the throw.
He's out.
Oh, man.
Well, we kind of saw that coming in a way.
You're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a situation where...
If the second baseman comes up with a nice play, he's doubled off.
I mean, that was just hit in no man's land out there, and when it found grass...
And really, Trevor Dexter was on first. Really, he couldn't tell him because he didn't know if that second baseman was coming up with it.
Pickoff play unsuccessful at first.
But you hate to have back-to-back hits not be a hit. I don't know if you noticed, but they need some runs.
Yeah, I think we've noticed that.
Well, see, you're not a math teacher, you were a biology teacher.
Yeah, well.
So I was just trying to help you out. That's going to go foul. Out of play.
Gage Johansson doubled and scored his first time up.
That right fielder covered a lot of ground. That was out of play, and he almost got there. It wouldn't have mattered if he caught it. It wouldn't have been an out.
Yeah, that's right. It was beyond the boundaries.
Nice mark. Boy, I think that grass grew a half an inch last night.
Dandelions are going crazy.
There's a pass ball.
I did my first harvest of dandelions this morning, and it seems like you kind of run them over and they don't get cut off, and in a minute you put the more away. Oh, gee, there they come.
Yeah, I got out of the truck at the shop today and I looked, and there was about 17 things lined up with a can of spray paint next to all of them. That's a fair ball right down the line.
We're going to send them? Nope, we got the stop sign up.
Oh, that's only going to be a single.
Long single. Moves Hutton to third. And brings up Derek Hendrickson, who singled and scored.
Well, Gage is halfway to a cycle. He's got the double and single out of the way.
He's halfway there. Get the rest and we'll celebrate. You don't see that very often in high school ball.
Or even in pros.
No.
Ooh, nice lead there.
Ball one.
That's Hutton taking that big a lead.
Yeah. Trying to force the issue.
Yeah, well, that's a... I think... You got a suicide on here?
Trouble.
No.
Trouble. Could see that coming. I don't know all of the numbers there, but he's out. Jared Hutton caught in a rundown.
Let's see, it's going to go
6
to 6.
6 to 2 to 5. I think
2 to 5. I think you're right. 2625. Hello. Sounds like a telephone number.
Too bad.
Like you say, maybe it's just a game where you're working on things, but that's a stolen base for Gage.
Runner on second, 2 out.
Thought they'd have second and third, and then maybe walk, and then you got Levi up, and
we have a little discussion going on here.
it was a ball or a strike. I think it was a ball because he stepped out to throw the ball down. There you go. Ball 2. Let's see by his fingers. Yep, 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Home half of inning number 2.
Our official score, he had it up before the umpire had it up.
He's on it. Swing and a miss.
You'll be out there umpiring next year, Zach.
And you don't see a lot of youngsters in blue for baseball either, do you?
No. That's
Down the
fair.
line. Gonna score 2.
And Gage scores.
Or we just scoring 1.
Yeah, remember he got picked off.
Gage was the only one. I'm sorry.
But again, Derek with another base hit and an RBI.
RBI besides.
He's probably mad at Coach Humple. He could have 2 RBIs. It's getting darker. The wind's picking up. Nice and warm coat that I have on. How you doing, Marty?
I'm freezing.
You know, you could go right now. I could cover.
But you know, I'll put the microphone down and everybody's going to hear a big clank and.
Worse than me coughing in your ear the other night. Ooh, boy, what a cut. Yeah, it followed straight back, so he's right on it.
So once again, we on our stream, we have a list of our sponsors, and again, we're welcoming a new sponsor tonight, Red Maple Eatery.
So they do the maple syrup too? Is that the same family?
It's a cousin. Oh, get there!
That's a base hit.
Oh, I think he's going to get third on the air. That's got to be an error in right field. And Derek Henderson takes third on the air by the right fielder. No, it's a cousin. Steve Anderson has the maple syrup.
Now, is he my age, Stephen?
You know, he could well be.
Because I think he played basketball for Luck when I was...
He could really jump. Tall, blonde.
Yes, blonde. Yep, that's him. Underrated, in my opinion.
I don't remember if he played basketball at the next level. I think he went to Concordia, but I'm not sure. I mean, that's
To play basketball?
I think he might have.
Really?
Or was he a high jumper too?
I know he had some springs. I know that.
Yeah, he had some good ups. Riley Runnell steps in. Had an RBI his first time up, singled.
Here, we caught on.
Old so soon and smart so late.
We said at the beginning of the year that doesn't work anymore. We've seen it get beat us twice now.
Runners on second and third. 2 out.
11-3.
Riley looking to keep the inning alive. Drive in a couple of his teammates.
I thought he did have 1-1 up there.
Breaking ball. That's a tough pitch to take too. That one just kind of walked across the plate.
Yeah, I thought it was a strike myself, but obviously the ump's a little closer than I am.
Swing and a miss. Evens count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on. Second inning. That's a lot of twos.
Yes, there is.
A lot of deuces in that.
I just wish the score was still deuces.
Yeah. Called strike 3.
Yeah, that looked good from up here.
Yeah.
Well, they got one.
Got one back. So after 2 complete innings, we have Amery Warriors 11, Luck Frederick 3. And let's see, Amery will come in with 2-3-4 here in their half of the third. And now I'm going to put that jacket on.
All right. I'll just sit here and just let dead air go. Hey, don't worry about us, Marty. I thought you said you had to go to your car. You forget that you had it up here?
No, I had it.
And you couldn't take 2 seconds to leave me alone. Well, that's trust.
Bob told me.
Yeah, don't you ever leave him at the microphone by yourself.
Just following orders. There we go. Wearing my official We Are Luck red jacket.
Leo was watching. I have a nice close-up of Gage here pitching.
Oh, good.
Just for her.
Good.
Uh-oh, little Bentley got in trouble at home.
Uh-oh.
He put his autograph on the floor.
Well, you know, maybe he heard me talking about penmanship, and he decided he was going to practice it.
Yeah, he figures he's going to be in the NBA or football or baseball. Yeah, that's
hockey,
right.
Hockey is the thing, man.
Last year for hockey signups, Gavin walked up to his grandma and said, "Nemo, this is the best day of my life." And it was just sign up.
Isn't that great? That's so cool. Max Smith, second baseman, has hit 2 home runs over the left center field wall. Let's see if we can limit his productivity this time up.
So I'm thinking that's 5 RBIs that he has. I think it was a 2-runner and a 3-runner. Because I was thinking if they didn't have an error, it would have been a grand slam. That guy got in because of a miscue.
You know, this guy isn't very big. He's built.
He's got to have about a 28 waist.
He's slightly built. I mean, he doesn't have the huge shoulders, but boy, he has made great contact.
Because I got a 29 waist.
I got a 29-inch thigh. One.
Well,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I don't have a 29-inch wood. I was waiting for you to say something, not rip on yourself.
I've never had a 29-inch waist. Maybe in 5th grade.
This
Look at
one?
this. That's going to be a gapper.
Yes, it is.
Is he going to go 3?
No.
Going to hold him up.
Now all he's missing is he's going for the double cycle. 2 homers, 2 triples, 2 doubles.
That would be interesting. Has that ever happened?
No, never. Well, I shouldn't say that, I guess.
I'm guessing it happened.
You would have read about it in ESPN or something.
Alex Stern steps in, 1 for 2. Doubled and scored his first time up and reached on an error. In the dirt. Ball 1.
What do you think Gage throws as far as velocity? You think he's in mid-70s?
Boy, I have no idea, Dennis. I'm not a good judge of that at all.
I mean, sometimes he looks like he
Great
can,
stop.
Yeah, sometimes he looks like that ball gets to home plate pretty quick.
Two balls, no strikes. Stern looking for a ribby. There's a call, strike 1.
So do you think that right now, like Levi, could he catch a Josh Hader?
Boy, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
He just I mean, that guy's just. And I see Amery's got a Josh Hader kind of look-alike down there.
Is he a left-handed reliever, though?
Well, I was looking and
Left-handed closer.
I asked Coach Humpel, I said, is that Josh Hader's brother? And he said, I wish. Well, he just stuck the bat out.
That's going to find grass, I think. Oh, great
Dom.
play. Great play, Dom. Hung up long enough for Dom Caroon in center field to come in and make the play net. Good job.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground. Nice catch.
And that time he broke in on it, and that's where he had to go.
Right. That time he got a great jump on it.
Center fielder Grady Martin.
You got to give him, credit because, like you say, he may have never ever played the outfield before. Boy, that Levi is doing a great job tonight. There's been a lot of balls in the dirt, and none of them have gone to the backstop. That's straight up.
Popped up. Who's got it?
Well, hopefully Gage has got it. F1. He makes it look so easy right now, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we've got 2 outs. Amery has a runner on second, Max Smith, who led off with a double. And now Polk Brown steps in. Polk doubled and scored his last time up and reached on an error. So he's 1 for 2 officially.
That looked like a breaking ball. It looked pretty good, but
Didn't get the call.
didn't get the call or didn't get the bite. He thought about it. There was a little quiver in his bat.
1 ball, no strikes.
I think Levi's got the respect of these guys because since a couple pickoff plays and some throws down, I think Coach Humpel's advice.
They're staying pretty close
I was going
to
to say Max Smith is pretty close to second base.
that bag. Now that was a strike.
Yes, it was.
2 balls and a strike, 2 outs.
I think he's got a low strike zone tonight myself, which is fine as long as it's consistent on both sides, and it has been. Oh, boy,
Trouble.
that's
Trouble.
real trouble.
Trouble.
That's a home run.
Yes, it is.
It's a double dinger for Polk. Nice poke.
Oh boy. These guys
3 home runs for Amery.
have got their
They probably haven't had 3 home runs all year the way they've been cheering.
hitting shoes on tonight.
Well, that means they went from 12 outs for luck down to 6 outs left if they don't get some runs.
You're right.
Just one swing of the bat cut the game in half.
Hopke steps in, doubled and scored in the last inning. Last inning, just about everybody scored. By God, they did.
Yep, some have scored 3 times, and 2 guys have scored once. The rest have scored. 3 guys have scored once. Everybody else is 2 or 3.
But in the second inning, I take that back. Stern didn't score.
Yeah, the third batter didn't score.
Stern was the only one. But we had Silman that scored twice to make up for it. Good cut. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baseball salvage crew coming in with the home run ball.
Wyatt Jensen leading the pack. He even walks like Levi right now.
Popped up.
Let's see, is there room for Ronald? There is.
Come on, Riles. Oh. Looking for the fence, looking for the ball, looking for the fence, looking for the ball, and didn't make the play. That's
where his teammates got to tell him you got room.
Yeah.
I never heard anything.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Too bad. Another out that wasn't. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hopke has new life. Breaking ball high.
Again, a little frustration on Gage's face. He should be out of the inning. There you go. Got the strikeout. That's better for your stats anyway.
That's a good one. Called strike 3, and so Amery on Pope Brown's home run
extended it to a 10-run lead.
13-3. Luck in the third will send out Caroon, Van Meter, and Hibbs. That's 5, 6, and 7 in the order.
You think Pam Humple's going to send Matt to his room for pounding up on his brother so bad? You get to your room.
Well, the Amery kids have really hit the ball well.
Yes, they have. Well, there's a thing, too, that when you're from Amery, Marty, you go, hey, we can't get beat by luck type situation, or it'd be embarrassing. And I'll tell you why, is because I know Amery, and Steve Bielmeyer told me this, I'm not playing Clayton. He says, because I'm in a no-win situation. If we beat him, it's lowly Clayton, and if we get beat by him, we get embarrassed.
I hear you.
He's right.
I hear you.
I mean, there's a lot of schools at the size of Amery that couldn't beat Clayton.
Yeah. Well, here comes Dom. Dominic Caroon, center fielder. Flew out to center.
Yes, he did.
Only a bat.
Got some flew out to where he was playing.
But he put some metal on leather.
Yes, he did. And
Here he goes again, up the middle.
There's a base hit. Good job, Dom.
Leadoff hitters on for Log Frederick and Dawson Van Meter.
It'd be nice if they could manufacture a couple runs here, then get to the top of the order.
I don't think they'll send Dom.
No, he's got a nice lead, though. Yeah, I think they're going to try and, like I say, try to set the table with these guys and then maybe the big guns, the so-called big guns.
Pitch is high, ball 1. Dawson Van Meter steps in. Flew out to right field, his only time up.
Got a
Fouls one off.
Piece of that one. What a good shout out to Marnie Hendrickson and Nancy Hunter for that concession stand every night.
Every home game they're here, and they do such a great job.
And Mrs. Hunter has no kids involved, and she's still out here.
Yeah. She's a great asset to our school district,
Boy,
I'll tell you.
No kidding. Well, that's what makes school districts good, is the people that are in there.
Popped up.
Boy, this is a high.
First baseman calls. Settles under it for out number 1.
There's a case where old Dom, he'd have been a sitting duck no matter what he did.
Yeah.
The kid drops it. He's got to be right by first because the first baseman was only 10 feet away.
Merlin Hibbs struck out his only time up. Merlin playing third base tonight.
I don't know if he has any innings left tonight or not. I'm thinking if Gage runs out of pitches, which he's got to be getting up there, maybe we'll see Ader tonight.
Could be.
He threw very well the other night and in the JV game.
Swing and a miss.
I thought he was going to hit that one because that one almost came like downward. It was kind of not very fast, but he's been effective.
Evens the count up, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on. Caroon down at first.
Going to be foul, out of play. Nice hit by Merlin. I should say contact. It wasn't
Good
a hit.
contact. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got to protect the dish here a little bit.
And there's the swing and a miss.
Out number 2. Second time Merlin's gone down swinging. Brings up Braden Ader, who singled his first time at the plate. So we got 2 outs and a runner on first. Out of the stretch. Called low. Ball 1.
I got a feeling, I don't think Gage is going to come out for the next inning to pitch.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. Maybe I'm wrong because with Wyatt being out, they're short 100 pitches.
Silman steps off and scampers back to first.
Made himself laugh. He got back so fast and there was no throw. He's going to have to start his haircut or his hair growing right after baseball if he's going to have it long enough for football. That's only, 2.5 months away.
Won't be that long.
And I think Luck is coming out as number 1 in the polls.
I saw that. It was they were rated number 1 on the List Sports website for the 8-man. Yes, they were.
No wonder everybody wants to coach. Coach Humpel says he's getting more phone calls for people to help coach. Don Kenzer might come back once a week to help.
I don't find that surprising. 8-man football in the state of Wisconsin, that's Don Kinsey's baby.
Yeah, he's the pioneer here.
He has been the driving force for it, and our program here has really benefited since we've made that change.
Well, the first year, I don't think a lot of people have accepted it, but it's growing. It's caught on.
Get in the hole, get in the hole.
Could be trouble.
Pitcher, nicely play.
3-1.
3-1. Good hustle by the pitcher.
Well executed.
Nice throw by the first baseman. Gets the out at first. So Luck Frederick strands 1 and fails to score in their 3rd inning.
Don Kenzer was put in the Hall of Fame about a month and a half ago. Geez, that Luck staff. The Hall of Fame staff is what you should call it. Marty Messer, Mark Gobler, Don Kenzer, Andy Donlian.
Andy, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Andy went in a long time ago.
You better have her. I'd walk down there myself. Any others? Any others that I'm missing?
No, not that I'm aware of.
St. Croix's going to have a few. They've got O'Donnell and Greenquist now.
That's right.
And the Marco boy from Amery that, passed, he's in it. And I think Dan Clark will be a shoe-in as a wrestling.
Yeah.
And the way Steph Belil is going for track, she's going to join her dad.
Well, and Henschy's, Madanovsky's, run up some pretty good numbers.
250 wins, I think, already. And believe
how many
me,
conference championships?
Here's the thing. She's got, next year may be her best team ever, and the following year will be better.
Really?
I mean, she's getting another McCurdy, an 8th McCurdy girl they say is already as good, if not better, than Emily.
Yeah.
And what rumors got is Sid Hooverman's going to go back out because she'll be done with her volleyball stuff.
Wow. So it'll be an interesting year, and it'll be a transition year because they'll be playing in the heart of the North.
Is it next year already, or is it one more year?
Maybe it's 2020. Is it 2020?
I can't remember. I've seen 20. I think wrestling's in next year.
Okay.
And then I think everybody else the following year. I think that's what it is.
Laurie Hittner, left fielder, doubled and scored last time up.
Sure, Dan Clark gets him to do all the traveling, then he bails, huh?
Call strike one.
Let's see if we can't get a 1, 2, 3 inning.
No, I saw Angie down at the girls' state basketball tournament. Angie and her husband.
And she does a nice job.
Of course, she played for a Hall of Famer.
She played for Durand, didn't she?
Yes,
Pollock?
she did.
John?
And Pollock, yeah. He's a Hall of Famer.
Well, yeah, boy, he had some tough teams there for several years.
2 balls and a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Gage is back out there, big guy.
Yeah.
Your powers of prognostication did not hold up here. Base on ball to Hittner.
I just kind of thought, well, maybe. But I suppose he'll have his 3 days in for Tuesday. Any word on that game?
No.
If it's at Cumberland or here?
It's still scheduled for Cumberland. At least on the website today when I looked. Popped up. Oh boy, that was a little tension in the air. But
Well, the only bad thing about that guy at first was in no man's land too. He's standing on first, so even if he drops it.
Yeah, that's right. Dawson Van Meter finally takes charge on that infield pop-up.
No, I couldn't do it all the way through. I had to make a mistake. No, what?
Brings up Mike Koshinski. Reached down an air and scored. And I don't remember what he did last time. He wound up on third, but I don't know how he got
2 errors.
2 errors, okay.
Got on by an error and then got to third on an error. I look down and I see an E6, an E1, and an E6 for Shinsky. Nice play.
Well done.
Braden and Van Meter, 4-6.
Took care of that lead runner.
Kind of fired it at Dawson. Here, look at this. Who's coming in now?
You called it, man.
Just 2 outs late. Ader is coming in. Gage is done. Then Gage will go to short. Van Meter will go back to second. Ader, the second baseman, will go to pitch. Just a triangle there.
So Braden is going to get his shot. As you predicted, boy, you do have those insights
I just
that are so invaluable.
He's only really got to get 4 outs. Unless we get a couple runs. Let's see, what do we got coming up from the order? I think we got 9-1-2, so there's a chance. I don't know why. I just assume that top of the order for Luck is going to get a run every time they come up, somehow.
That's been their history, to be sure.
I mean, they don't every time, but I like watching them run the bases, those 3 guys. Geez, that was almost sidearm there by Ader, and he put it right across the plate. Now, Ader's a freshman, huh?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Boy, if he improves the way some other kids like Derek Hendrickson improve, he could be one of those. All-conference type players as a senior. Let's see if I can see old Wayne Hendrickson down there and see what kind of shirt he's got on today.
The fashion police are ready to write out a ticket here if he fails to follow protocol.
I think he still must be at Anderson's or something. I don't see him down there.
We've got a batter in here who I'm not sure who it is. It is a substitute for
Forrest?
For Forrest at number 12. But we don't have a roster. There was no roster available online, and there was none available on
Okay, here now. I know you'll answer it honest because you're an honest guy.
Sunday bounce. And
2 pitches, all Ader needed to get out of
that's
there.
all we need.
Did you do a better job keeping stats when you had a winning team or a losing team, or the same no matter what?
I had the epitome of stat takers for 39 years, my wife.
Oh, okay. Well, then she didn't care. Well, she cared, but I mean, she did it fair.
But no, Sue did a great job, and I mean, we kept shooting charts, okay, but we also kept track of assists, we kept track of offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and turnovers. So,
you don't need anything else at that level.
well, I always felt that those were things that gave you insights into what was happening. I mean, you could, and then I could figure out shooting percentages and free throw percentages and that kind of stuff from, the stats that she kept. But no, for 39 years, she kept stats just like a trooper.
Yeah, I can.
Lots of bus rides for that lady.
Oh, she rode the bus too?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, my goodness.
She rode the bus.
I can honestly say that I kept just as good as stats for my poor teams as I did my good teams. Now, I might have did more for my good teams, looking into more things to promote them. But
I found once we started putting them online on the Wisport website, I would come to school the next morning after a game, and I'd have girls that say, "Mr. Messer, I didn't realize I had 8 rebounds last night." So they were already tuning in and looking at what did or didn't happen from the night before. So I always felt it was something that the kids needed to know, and so we shared it, and when it became available online, it was really available. We didn't have to take time out from practice after a game to cover it.
All right, we got Jared Hutton up there with the 1-1 count.
Home half of inning number 4, he lines one. Oh, man.
Nagged.
That was a line drive to Kaczynski at third. That was destined for a base hit. Gage Johansson has a double, has a single, has scored twice. So let's go for the triple here.
See, I'm thinking a little better. I'm going for the dinger.
Okay.
Triple's the hardest to get, so you might as well get the easy one out of the way.
Go for the tater. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Home half of inning number 4. Buck Frederick down by 10, 13-3 to Amery. Called strike.
2-1.
I like the way this umpire calls out the strikes. I like that.
Yep.
There's no doubt what the call is.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
That way the player knows, the coach knows, and you don't have them go, what's the count? What's the count?
Yep.
See, when I coached, we didn't have these fancy scoreboards that kept the balls in strike. Or the score, we didn't have a scoreboard.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you didn't have a guy like Mr. Walters over there and Zach keeping track of stuff.
Gage draws a walk, so it's going to be a little harder to get that cycle.
So we have a runner on first, 1 out. Derek Henderson comes in, has singled twice, scored, and driven in a run. Ball is high. Ball 1. Pitch is high, I should say. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Hendrickson looking down at the signs from Coach Humble. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. You got the green light here for Derek?
Yep.
3-0?
Yep.
3-0.
Why not?
If he gets a meatball, he's ripping.
Yep. I mean, it'll be his choice. I'm not saying he's got to swing, but I think Coach Humble knows that he can hit the ball, hits it hard.
Ball 4.
Kind of just kept that bat on his shoulder where it belonged on that pitch.
Consecutive walks for Lark Frederick. Runners on first and second.
Something's wrong.
1 out.
Gage didn't steal.
Well, but
Oh, come on. He steals no matter what the situation is.
but look at what you got coming here.
Well, he's got that coming every game.
Well, but still.
Oh, I agree. But Mr. Aggressive on the bases.
This cup works better if you open up the spout. Do you want to read off the winner while we're
Oh, I didn't want to interfere with this conversation.
We'll do it between innings.
Because Barry Zappa is going to get the first call. He's my college buddy. And he'll have a big smile on his face, and then he'll go to school and tell all his friends. Guess what Denny Anderson did?
Levi Jensen. Time for Levi to
Show Mr. Smith where the ball should go on a home run, huh?
yeah. No,
Max
we've seen our share the last couple of games, haven't we? Oh, he wanted it.
Oh, boy.
Popped up. First baseman under it.
Trouble.
Calls. Infield fly rule.
And the reason it was trouble was because you can't move. Well, it's the infield fly rule.
Brings Riley Reynolds to the plate. Riley is singled and driven in a run and struck out. 1 for 2.
Well, they must have said something good at the conference on the mound to be able to get Levi just to pop up to the first baseman. But like you say, I think he tries too hard sometimes. But when he barrels it up, oofta.
Pulled foul down the third baseline.
This third baseman seems to be flashing the leather a little bit.
He got on that foul ball
Yes, he did. Backhanded it.
in a heartbeat. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Luck Frederick batting in the home 4th inning, down by 10. Amery 13, Luck Frederick 3.
Well, that's is that going to get the gap? It is.
Yes, it is. Riley with another ribby tonight. He's going to get 2 ribbies. Well
did.
done, Riley. Stand-up double and 2 RBIs. Good job, Riles.
Yeah, that was well hit. Had a little carry to it. 13-5. Now we're back to 1 swing of the bat, and we're back to 12 outs, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
There goes a pass ball, and here comes Riley to third. I think that's a pass ball. He hit it.
Dom Caroon steps in with a teammate down there at third. That's Riley Reynolds.
He blasted a single up the middle last time.
And flew out to center his first time up. So he's 1 for 2.
I don't know what it is today, but the Luck's back foot is sure coming out a lot.
There he goes again. Trouble. Trouble.
Right
It's a
in
gap.
between them.
It's a gap. Yes, sir.
Dominic. Boy, that was, 10 feet from a home run?
That was very close.
Well, you talked about his strength here earlier.
And the Cardinals played another run. Slowly but surely, they're inching their way back into.
And now they're taking the pitcher out. So I am going to make the call to the bullpen. You won $1,200.
13-6.
Testing. All right. Can you hear me?
I don't think it's on.
Can you hear me? Okay. The winner of the 50-50, winning $1,200, is Barry Zappa. Oh, no. That's a different drawing. Today's drawing, get your numbers out. The winning number, 5, 5, 6, 5, 2, 9. 556 529. Uh-oh, somebody's cheating.
And if it's not $1,200, they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Sorry, Al. Sorry, Barry. Sorry. I tried.
Well, the Luck,
Want me to read it again?
Luck Frederick boys are
Okay.
able to put 3 runs on the scoreboard here in the home fourth.
Five, 5, 6, 5, 2, 9.
Amery's replacing their starting pitcher. This is number 9, and he was not in their lineup. Whoops, I don't think he was in their lineup, was he? Number 9. Yes, this is Max Smith, my bad. Played second base. He's the guy that hit the 2 home runs.
Yeah, so now maybe he'll let somebody hit 2 home runs off of him.
2 home runs and a double. So we've got a new pitcher, and we've got Dawson Van Meter to the plate. Ball is low.
We're only in the bottom of the fourth. It's 13-6. 3 runs already in this inning.
Little mini rally for Luck Frederick boy. That's good to see.
It is.
Shows you that they're
Hit the porta potty. I hope nobody was in there, because if they did, they were in the right place. It was. Wyatt Jensen was in there. He comes out laughing.
Attaboy, Wyatt. At least he didn't get hurt, I hope.
Or maybe he was just chasing the fall. Well, I don't know.
Fall back. Van Meter on those. Down to the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He got to straighten one of those out.
Breaking ball low and in the dirt. Catcher makes a nice block on it. Keeps Karoon on second.
He doesn't swing at me in the dirt. Like you say, he'll swing at a couple high ones, but he won't swing at one in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see what we've got. There's another low pitch. Count goes full.
Yeah, if he puts it by the shoulders, he'll go after it. But if you put it down by his toes, he won't. There it is, up by his nose. And he's on first of the walk.
And so we got runners on second, runners on first. Runner, singular. And Merlin Hibbs steps in. Merlin has struck out twice today. He's due.
He is.
Merlin's going to rip one here. Call strike 1.
Yeah, you get that aider up. He's done a nice job. Oh, right back to the pitcher. See what I found, but that's what you got to do.
That was destined for center field, but the pitcher interrupted. It's root, and the inning is over, but Luck Frederick puts 3 runs on the board, so after 4 complete, 13-6 Amery.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse for Amery. Stranded runners at first and second. but they got out of it, just giving up 3, but it took them out of the 10-run rule. This could have been our last inning if
Yeah.
they didn't score, but
Let's see. Amery will send Mack, Stern, and Martin to the plate. 2, 3, and 4 in their lineup. Smith, of course, has 2 home runs for the day and a double. Braden Hayter continues on the mound for Luck Frederick, my bad. And so we'll see what happens here with Smith stepping in. Hayter looking in, looks out of the stretch, not a windup. First pitch.
can Dom get there? Yes,
Yes,
he can.
he did. Another well-hit ball by Smith, but Dom Caroon out there in center field makes the
I
play.
think he's starting to feel comfortable out there, Marty.
That looked good.
The last 2, the one he had to run in on, and now he just backed up nicely and made the catch.
That looked good.
Amery doing a nice job here getting some new players in.
Yep, number 18 to bat. We don't know who he is, but he's batting left-handed. Ball 1. Van Meter,
Nicely
Reynolds.
done.
4-3. You can see that Dawson's a little more comfortable at second than he is at short.
Without even a doubt.
No, this isn't Grady Martin. Again, we have
Number 19,
a substitute.
Grady Martin's pinch hitter. And I'm sure they'll use the re-entry rule to get him back in the field. Just giving
Call
kids a
strike
bat.
1. Ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of inning number 5. Amery up 13-6.
This could be trouble. He's coming in. Hutton. He
All
makes
right.
the catch.
Okay. Mr. Hutton out there.
What I tell you about this Ader? But you, oh no.
Jared Hutton comes in. That's a 3 up and 3 down inning. That's the first.
He's going to be the Ader-nader here.
Yeah.
Just like Hater.
And so the boys from Luck Frederick come to the plate, and the gentleman you're just talking about, Braden Ader, will be leading off, followed by Jared Hutton, who just made that fine play.
Jeez, I
in
told you
right
that
field.
always happens. Somebody makes a nice play and pitches well like that.
And then Gage Johansson. So we go Ader, Hutton, Johansson. 8-9-1 in the lineup if you're keeping score at home.
Now, these guys are doing what a non-conference game is meant to do. Get the lead, play some different kids,
Yeah.
let them bat when you got a lot of run lead and then get them back out in the field. And Coach Fisk is doing a nice job. There's Wayne Hendrickson with his big red sweatshirt on.
Attaboy, Wayne.
But you know what? Knowing me, I could tease him about Amery because we're blue and there's no blue in that sweatshirt tonight. I see Kyle Johansson. He's got his Luck Frederick sweatshirt on tonight. Yeah, Wayne thinks he outsmarted us, but he didn't.
Well, if there's some way you can poke fun at him, you will. So I mean, it's just a matter. I mean, he, regardless of what he shows up in, he's going to hear about it.
He's got no way to win. He blew it when he wore orange on Webster night. You just can't take that back.
You know, I used to make a conscious effort, you know, when we were playing Frederick, not to wear a blue shirt or a blue tie on that day. And, you know, when we played Siren, I couldn't wear green.
No green.
You know, so it was...
yeah, you didn't have to wear luck or red colors, just as long as it wasn't the other team's color.
Yeah. Braden Ader steps in.
I remember teasing Chuck Holicky a couple times for doing that. Oh, he said, I didn't even realize it when I put it on today.
There he goes.
It's a hit.
Nice job, Braden. Singles to center field to lead off inning number 5. Jared Hutton looking down for signs. We're going to put something on here just to practice it, or are we just going to go station to station?
Station to station.
I think we just go station to station. Henny rips one to short. Short to second on out number 1. Safe at first.
That was close.
Safe on a fielder's choice as Ader gets cut down at second. And Gage Johansson steps in. Double, single, and walk. So he's officially 2 for 2. And he has scored 3 runs. He's got half of the run production for the day here for the Lock Frederick boys.
Got an angry email about the Brewers and said the outfield was lazy and it cost them a run.
Uh-oh. I wonder who they got on playing tonight. Is Brownie playing, or is he sitting again?
No, he said it was Kane that was lazy. That would be surprising.
That's very surprising. Ball 1, strike 1, 1 out. Popped up.
Out of
play.
Everything's going toward the porta potty tonight.
Well, if you got to go, that's where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, I'm not filling them full of crap either. That's where they're going.
Ball 1, strike 2, 1 out. Come on, Gager. Two and 2, 1 out.
You know, I wouldn't be... tell you, I'd think about batting 8th or 5th or 6th. He makes contact. And that looked like one of the faster pitches tonight for him.
Out to the stretch. Oh, struck out.
Yeah, he didn't have to throw to first. That's a stolen base for Jared Hutton.
So that means we have 2 outs, and Derek Hendrickson steps in.
Yeah, if I was on the Emery team right now, I'd have a good nickname for Mac Smith. It'd be Mac the Jack.
Yeah.
Man, he hit 2 home runs tonight, folks. No doubters.
Derek is...
Jeepers.
Little girl over there?
Yeah.
Did she get hit? I hope not.
No, I think Mom grabbed her and just scared her. Yeah, I think Mom scared her. But Mom did the right thing. Grabbed her and covered her up. Landed about maybe 5 feet away from him.
Derek is 2 for 2 and has scored twice. He's walked once. Pitch in the dirt. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Home half of inning number 5.
And Mr.
Ball
Arches, he's
2.
tougher than we are.
Yeah, he's out there in just short sleeves.
Doesn't even look cold, does he?
That's for young guys. Young guys can do that.
I suppose Mr. Arches is almost 35, isn't he?
I'm sure of that.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
2 outs.
We had a lot of triple deuces tonight, haven't we? One inning, we had 5 deuces.
Popped up. Catcher's got to play on this
He
one.
does. But,
Whoa!
oh, he got it. Nice play.
He meets up with his pitcher right as the ball falls into his glove.
They almost look like a prom date there.
And so, out number 3 is recorded here as they pop out to the foul territory of the catcher. So, Lug Frederick strands a runner in 5th inning, and Amery comes to the bat here in inning number 6. And a 7-run lead, 13-6. Poke Brown, Cale Hopke, and Lori Hiltner, if they play their starters, if it's some bench folks getting into bat, we don't have names for them, so we'll just give you numbers.
Top of 6, 13-6. Would have been over had they not got those 3 runs in the 4th inning. You had nothing to go home for other than the Brewers and the Bucks, right?
And the Badgers. So
Oh, yeah, that's right. You just said that.
I'm gonna bring up my remote tonight again. I think they're on at 6:30, if I'm not mistaken. Badgers softball. They should beat Notre Dame. And I don't know. Is it double elimination or not?
Oh, okay.
No, this is Poke Brown, number 16. First pitch by Ader, fouled off.
Ladies and gentlemen, they have drawn for the baskets, so if you bought any tickets to win the baskets, please come and check.
Ader out of the stretch. Pops up, foul ball, out of play.
Just out of play.
Levi gave it a shot, but
Now, when did I become the PA announcer here?
well, you're just so skilled.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Matt LePay.
Multitasking, you know. I mean, you're the guy that can do it. You've done it all.
Me, BA,
Coach.
and Matt LePay.
You know, you played everything, and you coached everything, and you directed everything, and you've announced everything.
And I
so
taught all the subjects. I just didn't teach just history. I taught them all.
this is true. I forgot about
My
that.
great knowledge.
I forgot about that. Yeah, see?
It popped out of Levi's glove, but he'll make the throw to first.
Nice. Boy, he was on that quick as a cat.
That Ader throw strikes. That a boy.
2-3 for out number 1. So let's see. Is this? No, this is not Cale Hopke. It's number 10. For you folks that might be joining us down in Amery country, you might know who number 10 is. We don't know, but that's who's at the plate. Call strike 1.
Now is Ader kind of throwing a little sidearm?
Yeah,
3/4.
He's got an interesting delivery. It's a lot of arm.
Yeah, it's that's going to be trouble.
Gage has got it.
And little Arcea's got it. Gage
Can of
Johansson.
corn.
Don't tell me that's 5 in a row or 6 in a row.
Number 11 is also a player that we haven't seen in the lineup yet. He steps in.
Hader's not allowed a base runner or a hit or a walk.
Pitching to contact.
That's all it is. Now, let's grant it, he's pitching to the second teamer.
That's correct. That's correct, but that's fine.
That is, he's throwing strikes. Even his balls are somewhat close to the plate.
Ball one. Amery batting here in the 6th inning, leading by 7 runs. 2 outs, nobody on base. 2 balls, no strikes.
This is the guy who's Josh Hader's lookalike.
Yeah, he's got the hair.
Just from the wrong side here. Ooh, strike zone got small here all of a sudden. 3-0.
3 balls, no strikes.
And you can bet he's not swinging. Because as a pinch hitter, you want to get on. And
Base on balls. He walks.
Just as I said,
Just as you said. There's
6 in a row, 7 in a row, or whatever it was, 4 in a row.
the announcer curse.
6 in a row he had until that base on balls. And I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
No. This is Silman, Jeremiah Silman. Number 2 at the plate. Scored twice. Been on twice. Once on a walk and once on an error. Call strike. Out of the stretch.
Ooh,
that
off
hurt.
his foot.
That hurt.
Now, does it feel better when you jump around? Because that's what they do right away. They hit it off the foot and then they jump.
You know, there might be something to that.
See, I never hit it hard enough to hurt myself.
I celebrated making contact.
I hit it so weak the shoe polish didn't even show up on the baseball.
Yeah, I think that's a 1957 Monica Brave story with the shoe polish call.
Coach Humpel of Amery is telling him, I think you're getting a little bit too far.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yep, about a step less this time.
Number 2 at the plate. Let's get another 2 in out there. Ooh, inside.
Got 2 outs.
Top of inning number 6.
That's a big lead. Well, I suppose it's going anyway. Back-to-back walks. Here comes the third baseman.
Kuczynski, Mike Kuczynski steps in, looking down at the signs.
It is too, Mike, isn't it?
Yeah. Kuczynski.
Hader's kind of lost it here a little bit. Walked the last 2 batters.
Having a hard time finding a plate all of a sudden.
Yeah, he had retired 6 in a row.
I don't know if he's getting tired, losing his focus.
There's a foul ball.
Evens the count at 1-1. Amery has runners at first and second. There's 2 outs, so any contact, the base runners will be off to the races.
Well, if this batter scores, then we're going to go back to the 10-run rule. And we'll cut the game by 3 outs.
That ain't going to happen.
No. Boy, he's really struggling here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's...
He's getting tired, or...
Yeah, I think there might be a fatigue factor here.
Because you got to realize he doesn't throw like those other guys where his arm is in shape. And he walked them. Third man, he walked in a row.
3 in a row.
I just don't know who you'd go to, though. I mean, you're taking away 100 pitches because of Wyatt being out. Hibbs pitched last night, 3-4 innings. Levi pitched last night.
Strike one. Number 12 back in here. Again, he is batting in the number 1 slot in the lineup, taking Brett Forrest's spot in the batting order. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded.
If he throws a ball, I think Levi needs to go out and talk to him.
High.
Well, he's talking to him, but he's not as farther as I thought he'd go out. Again, high. 3-1.
No room in the inn. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded.
Like a baseball rolling on the table and then falling right off the edge. Ooh, that didn't miss by much, but when you're not accurate, they don't give you the
Benefit of the doubt. 1 run in.
So now it's just 2 runs. The guy at second scores.
Coach Humpel out.
It's a good conference. I think he's going to stay in. He's going to see what the matter is. When you retire 6 in a row and then walk 4 in a row, something's up. Because really, with the runners going, a single probably scores the guy from second. And like I said, you probably got to ride with them. And everybody rests up for the weekend, and we'll see if we're on Tuesday or not.
Tuesday is Cumberland on the schedule, and then Thursday is Unity in the first of the tournament games, the WIAA baseball tournament. Thursday, Luck Frederick versus Unity here.
Well, it'll be interesting because Unity will probably throw Nick Paulson.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Who beat the Frederick, or the Luck Frederick team.
Oh.
Here comes and then Derek overran it.
Everybody's running everywhere.
There's a little bit of circus time out there, that play. All with 2 outs, Marty.
Yes, that's the unfortunate part about it. And I mean, it was a play that could have been made. It wasn't. Let's see.
It's a single, but we've got some errors here.
How many runs came in?
2. So it's 16-6.
Krasinski scored. Is that Max Smith?
So
at second?
So Forrest scored also, or the guy in his place. Oops, no, he hasn't scored yet.
Forrest is on third.
Yep.
Forrest is on third, and Smith is on second.
No, I already crossed him in. I pulled a Marty.
It's hard keeping track of all this stuff.
Well, especially the teams you don't know. You can look out and see a big swing and a miss there. So the Luck Frederick team is going to have to come up with a run in this bottom of the 6th, or we'll all be shaking hands.
Ball 2. Oh, excuse me, ball 3. 3-1.
Well, at least they got a place to put him, and being a pinch hitter, again, I don't think he's going to swing at it, even if it's down the pipe. And it was, and he didn't swing.
And that loads him up again. And again, number 14 is a non-starter for us, so we don't know who it is.
2 outs, and now they've batted around.
Yep.
So 7 in a row have come up after the first 2 were out.
Ball high.
And when you're getting tired, that's where they go. They go high.
Ooh. Did he hit him?
I think it hit his bat, I thought.
It did. It hit the bat.
See what,
I think it did.
see what the ump does here. I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I heard somebody say it's 2-0. There's a hit.
Nice hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in.
Oh, good. I don't have to change my scorebook.
Let's see. He's on second, and he is on first. All right.
Now I got to change another column, though.
Yeah, we got to move. Click, click.
The guy that made the first out is up.
Runners on first and second. Amery now with an 18-6 lead. Get that third out. Nice pick down there by Riley.
That could have been a disaster.
Yeah, that one could have rolled to the fence.
Coach Fisk telling him to stay put. Not so far. They don't need any more runs.
Little blooper.
Oh,
right,
Merlin almost overran it, but he caught it. He's got that outfield experience, you know.
That's...
But, you know, Mastakis did that the other night. Did you see that? Where he ran and he got to the wall and it bounced behind him.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, so this could be last call for the Luck Frederick boys.
3, 4, 5 is what I got coming up.
Jensen, Reynolds, and Caroon. 18-6, Amery.
They need 3 runs to continue it.
Amery kind of blew that one open. How many runs did they get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Oh, yeah, 5 plus 13.
5-run inning in the top of the 6th, so... And the first 2 batters made out.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah.
So 8 batters in a row. Most of them were walks, and a couple hits there toward the end.
Well, see what the boys come up with here. They know what they got ahead of them. They need runners, need runs. Levi Jensen, who has walked, singled, and popped out to the first baseman. So he's officially 1 for 2. Call strike 1. Line deep. Left
It's over his head.
misplayed it. Got over the left fielder's head.
Stand-up double for Levi.
Well, we needed runners, and Levi did what he had to do. Got himself on base. Now Riley Reynolds steps in. He's got 3 RBIs tonight. Got half of the ribbies for the Luck Frederick boys.
Other than that missed pop-up, I think Riley's done a nice job tonight. He's scooped a couple out of the dirt. And
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
to play. We'd had the window open. Could you grab that?
No. Coming into tonight's ball game, Riley was second on the team in ribbies.
Well, he hasn't hurt his cause.
No. He's definitely moving up the ladder in terms of his numbers. Lions one to center field
Wouldn't have been able to tag on that anyway.
for out number 1. Dom Caroon steps in. Dom has a single, a double, and flew out to center. So he's officially 2 for 3, and he has some an RBI last time up.
And there's probably another RBI.
Yes, it is.
Nobody at first. Good job by Dom. He took a big lead because there was nobody at first and watched the ball very well. Nice job by Dominic Caroon.
So Caroon gets another ribby tonight. Nice to see him recover after last night. I mean, that's...
Yeah, that was rough. You know, those are the type of games that some kids might go home and say, I'm not going back.
Yeah.
But Dominic's a competitor. If you watched him on the football field, you know, he's not giving up.
Dawson Van Meter.
And the wrestling man.
Yeah, no, he's in it for 100%.
Yes, he is. And I think he has fun doing it, and I think his teammates like him.
Van Meter swings. Center fielder has it for out number 2. Hit the ball well, but
Yes,
right at the center fielder. 2 putouts out in center field. 2 outs, 1 run in. Merlin Hibbs steps in.
Merlin's got to score for this game to continue. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, 18-7, 11 run lead.
11-point Buck. Oh no, wrong season.
Capers.
Popped up. Right fielder has it lined up, and
Yes.
that is out number 3 and the final out of tonight's ball game.
Well, they all made good contact here at the end.
Final score here in the Battle of the Humble Boys. The Amery Warriors with an 18-7 win over Luck Frederick. Shaking hands. Good game, good game, good game. And so our next definite broadcast, I think, is going to be Thursday, Dennis.
The tournament game, but keep your ears and eyes open on the We Are Luck. We may be doing the Tuesday game if it's moved here. But as of right now, it is scheduled in Cumberland.
So with that, we'll sign off and wish everyone have a good weekend. Stay warm. It looks like we're going to have some rain and cold weather, and we'll be back on the air next week.
But I'll still be at the shop tomorrow.
Okay.
Rain or shine.
Go visit Dennis. Go visit Dennis at the shop.
All right. Thank you and good night.
Good night.